have ourselves in the top left-hand corner our red Terran player representing Team Liquid. We have Clem. And playing for Twisted Minds in the bottom right will be the Blue Protoss in our series classic. So, fresh series, quarterfinal time. Excited to see what's going to go down across the course of this best of three. Oh yeah, Nexus down on the natural, get that underway. Start that off. Cybercore coming through, Nexus building, and get settled in here. Train continues through, just having our factory coming up. And Stargate coming down, a couple of probes are on the way. Seeing Stargate being the choice of play from Classic in that previous series as well. Just enjoying getting those oracles out, harassing with those oracles a little bit, and just trying to kind of take control of the game super early, right? You get those oracles, start dealing some damage, and you put yourself in some good positions. Definitely nets you into a pretty decent position as our Adept comes over. SCV going to get to mining. Cyclone coming through, Starport on the way, and the Adept still taking some shots as our Marines continue over. Adept just gonna get hit, and now Adept goes to the far right hand side. Okay, coming through, the Oracle still halfway done. Stalker and probes producing. As that Oracle continues to chrono boost out of the Stargate, we'll be heading out onto the map very shortly. Still up the right hand side again. Medevac, Cyclone, Marine. A production combo from Clem potentially gives them some early units to get on the map with, right? And to go and try and deal some damage early. So would expect that to be something of a factor given some time. The Robo Facility coming up from Classic as well. So we get that on the way too, bringing that out. And the Oracle does end up diving into the main base. And we'll begin to go after some SCVs. We're going to find one, two. Like I say, Oracles just seem to be doing very well for themselves. That should have been three. There's no reason he couldn't have killed that one on the refinery. He just went for another one and moved when he could have hit, and then, yeah, just didn't ever get another shot off again. So, unfortunately, a little bit rough there at the end of the day. Marines and Cyclone will stand and fight. Medevac overhead. Adepts and Stalkers still looking to fight as well. We do have our mule dropping down on the main base, and Oracle still flying about. Oracles will zap down. Just a little bit extra in general. The Liberator is still going for it as well. 7 SCVs have now fallen. The Oracle's still going through. 8 workers, 9 workers all dropping. Stalkers and Immortal continue to come about. 11 workers going down is brutal, though. Clem definitely not in a pretty spot, and his army across the map is hardly making up for the damage taken, right? That's the issue. He's not exactly doing enough to make up for that, as you just have, again, additional barracks coming in. Viking tank marine also popping through. Medevac overhead, tank still heading forward. Oracle actually just gets picked off there. Marines and the Cyclones able to get that Oracle. Nice grab. Few additional Marines still on the way up. Siege tank on the way as well. Let's just have the fight going to break out here. Obviously, Clem's taking so much eco damage. He wants to do something with his army, and this is it. Trying to press his way forwards. Has himself siege tanks that are able to siege up and to obviously slow push his way through this. A second tank sieging. Liberator will come through. Edge of the Phoenix lifts the tank there, but delayed it sieging for a little bit. I wouldn't say it did that much, although I guess Classic's definitely still in some trouble. Viking overhead. Tank is still wandering forward. Marines will claim the life of that pylon. Nexus gets cancelled. Oracle activates. A couple of SCVs going down. Cyclone tanks still trying to come through. Liberator sieges once again in the super battery. Trying to do a lot. Liberator getting a lot done. Bio still pressing forwards there. Tanks still shooting away. Well, Classic's obviously lost a lot so far. 2 more SCVs go down from Clem, but just the fact Classic now has no third base, that alone's a huge deal. And we're still going to have 3 siege tanks to press forward with here. Can Classic find a moment to break out of this and to jump on this? Great question. That sets up a siege mode, and tanks will edge their way further forward. Another bunker, even further forward again. The one in the back is about to be done. As Colossus production has continued here also. If we lose that pylon, I think the Robo gets depowered though, right? And so second Colossus will not be popping out for a little bit. Oh, we're actually going to lose the shields on the Colossus as well. Lots of pylons and batteries trying to get into play. Fighting for space in this rather cramped natural. Yeah, we'd like to see just extra tanks actually step towards the Robo facility. Try and actually deny that before Colossus 2 pops, because it could be a big deal breaker, right, if that Colossus gets out or not. Well, charge is done, so Classic's going to decide that this is the moment to go. I'd like to see Clem target by the Colossus. That feels like an absolute given in this scenario, and he does go for it. However, Marine count getting low against the Zealots. The Immortal is just about going to live, and I think Classic cleans up enough. He slows down a lot of the progress of Clem here. And Clem's going to lose the Liberator as well. And Clem is only just now starting Stim, so a long way from really having a continuation that will do any sort of justice for him in the longer game. Bunker will go down. There's a charge forward there. The Colossus as well in position to do some more damage. Dark Shrine will begin. Colossus, Stalker continue to produce. Army of Classic moving to the upper left-hand side. Marines trailing, getting a few more probes. 2 workers going down. The Stalker gets picked up. And the Stalkers on the counter-attack going to find themselves a siege tank here, and Clem may still struggle to defend then. Vikings land, but there's a Colossus available too. Clem doing his best with these drops to just try and keep the activity going here. Marines load up again. Colossus continues to come back over. In fact, flies back again. Couple probes continue out. Dark Shrine about to be done. Don't see DTs warping in. Clem is only just moving his third base in position, so Dark Shrine could be quite frustrating. Not as many turrets up just yet as you might want. Yeah, you just have one on the front of the natural, but yeah, maybe the third could be a target. Or maybe Clem just gets in a good defensive position against him. Maybe there isn't too much we can actually do here. Plus of shells and +1 still in the way. Fire actually chases down the DT there, so the DT will get picked off. Tank's still chilling, getting a couple of racks coming through, the +1 attack coming in. +1 attack, Storm, Blink continues to come on by. And we get all of this underway. Storm and the Blink continues through. +1 tank and Iraqs continue to come on by, and again the Ghost Academy also coming up from Clem. Been a hell of a game at the end at the end of it so far. Decisive being nice though, getting rid of a few SCVs, definitely going to keep Clem a little bit more on the back foot. Tempo step up, Colossus Stalker setting up as well. I'm definitely looking to just have good supply here, starting to press forwards. Smushing all the way through, and the Bioforce is going to jump onto the set of rocks, so rocks will take some shots. Get knocked down. Vikings trying to come forward. Good storm onto the Vikings. Going to dissuade them from continuing through a little bit. Again, +1, Blink, both coming forwards here. Tanks are going to siege. The storm clips onto some of the Marauders. Those Marauders out in the front lines, and we are going to see a couple storms starting to come about. Tanks will continue to fire as well. Storm will go down once again. Marines going to get pushed back. Vikings going to be continuing to try and knock down those Colossus, but actually very good fight from Classic, and I think he's actually going to get a cleanup on this one. He is going to push this back and clean that up, it seems. So cleanup is made. Ghost coming up, couple Vikings coming in. Hunter is still chilling up on the top side. We're going to be popping out again. Prison speed coming up, +2, +1 coming in. Get ourselves a couple ghosts firing up against Stargate. Fleet Beacon continue to come through for the moment. PC sets up again. Fleet Beacon Stargate still coming through, +2, +1 on the way up. 2-2 coming up on the side of Clem. Marina's going to get cleaned up. The few probes still going to move about. 2-2 upgrades on the way out. Viking coming in, +2 air weapons, +1 flyer attack coming up as well. And we'll see our carry continue to come through. Minutes deep, Classic making that typical transition into the garage that he loves to play for. Talked a bit about that when he played against Oliveira, that this is just kind of a classic playstyle thing. He will do that at pretty much any given opportunity. He's still coming by, just having ourselves a few more missile turrets coming up as well. Those drop down. Again, our mothership coming up. Our extra carriers on the way. +1 air weapons about to finish. +2 +3 ground attacks coming through. 2-2 is going to be done from Clem in a moment, so we'll actually have an upgrade lead for a while until that +3 attacking upgrade of Classic finishes. I don't think Clem's in any rush to take any sort of a fight here. Areas, Colossus, Stalker, Immortal, all on the move. We've seen 3-3 still coming about. It's coming up, a couple more interceptors starting to build. Obviously, Classic's army starting to be real powerful. Actually do knock down a set of rocks, moving up to this high ground. Stalkers will come over, and an SCV in the front already going down. CC actually might get denied. Clem not really in position, and so Classic kind of gets to walk up one of the more difficult walk-up points on Oceanborn very freely. Now kind of holds the high ground between a couple of Clem's different bases. He is struggling a little bit, though. The snipe is good. The tank's on the low ground, I think, actually blasting away as well. So Classic is kind of... he put himself in this position, and I like the position, but Clem's setup is actually better than I thought it would be against it. As now you're seeing those carriers starting to run out of interceptors as well, and this might be a fight we can keep taking. Clem ran forward with the Ghosts. Kind of felt like that was a bit of a misclick there. He went almost a step too far forward. Vikings still chasing down carriers. Every carrier we get rid of is a huge kill, and Clem staying max during this. Good fight from Clem. As he continues to chase, although a few Stalkers now will start to nip away at the Viking camp. We're going to recall the carriers to try and get as many home as we can. And that is finally a disengage made. Fire comes through, battery goes down, cannon's getting killed. Wall's still taking shots. Just gonna stim, just gonna pull back, and starts continuing to come through. Goes still in the back lines. We actually have a lot of them. Can Clem get enough momentum to go through the carriers here? I'm a little worried he doesn't have any anti-air left. Just keep on fighting. Now our Archon gets EMP'd. Continue to fight forward. Stalker's in trouble. Looks as though we have got enough because there's no interceptors remaining. With no interceptors, Clem will have plenty to win this. Beautiful game from Clem. There's a lot of very cool moments throughout the course of this one. Tayo continues to chase up. GG's Classic, and Clem is going to take game number 1 against Classic here. Like I say, cool, calm, top right-hand corner of the map. We're going to have ourselves the Red Terran player. This is Team Liquid's Clem. In the bottom left, Blue Protoss will be Classic. Gold refinery's coming up. Barracks coming in. Got ourselves settled here for game number 2 as Clem has a proxy on the map. A barracks out over to the far left-hand side. I see he chases in. Probably will get hunted down. Nexus drops in on the natural. Just gonna get the Nexus going. Cybercore coming up as well. And get that built for the moment. CV is going to go down to the probe, which means the bunker will never finish, but Reaper will be able to get a probe in return because probe spent so long chasing the SCV, it was still on the low ground. It's a second probe dead, and we'll see our Stalker's still chasing that Reaper away. Factory's about to finish up. We're going to have ourselves CC on the high ground. Clem playing it fairly safe. Just going to die through. Probes will take a few shots already. One Reaper surviving low HP, which means we actually get a lot of extra shots off. It's going to be an extra probe, I believe, at least. Yeah, 1 extra probe just because the Stalker did not target fire. 2 extra probes because the Stalker didn't target fire. We kill that low HP Reaper, and the other probes just do not drop that low at all. Well, Reactor will be on the barracks once it gets back home. Coming through. CC lifts up. It's going to move down to the low ground. We do have a couple more gates. Warp gate all coming in. The Viking, the Cyclone coming up as well. CC will land on the natural. Just going to be seeing a third CC coming up as well. Robo facility, couple of gates coming through too. That's just chilling in the center still. See, there's a couple of Cyclones and the Viking joining up together as well. No commitment over there. And a couple of Cyclones on the move, a couple more Vikings setting up also. Stalkers got to move across once more. Done out over there. Robo Bay coming up. Our Nexus coming through. A couple more probes coming about. Server is about to be done. A couple more probies coming in as well. Let's see what that's still on the way from Clem. We're quickly approaching a point where Clem can be a little bit more aggro on the map as he looks to take this game 2 and run with it. Against a Classic who is obviously trying to play catch up in the series. Tractor goes down. These few Marines are still going to be firing, tanking the Cyclones. Just going to fire back. Rasta Stalker's getting over. And Stem Combat +1 all coming through. Extended Thermal Lands and Charge. Continue to come in. Stalker's trying to fight the Viking and the Cyclone, taking a few more hits again. Stim pack still coming on by. Stim Combat +1 coming up. A couple extra barracks on the way. SCV's transferred to the third base. Going to put that orbital on location, and well, extended thermal lance is building up with the charges on the way too. Temple Archives not far from being done. So all of that coming out at the moment. A lot of this being set up. With that storm on the way, we'll see if Classic can get some more kind of well-connecting storms this time. I mean, I feel like you got a lot of good ones against Oliveira, but against Clem, I did a great job of zoning those out and handling them decently. Let's see how units just sitting at the front. Let's see the ban getting rid of some of the Zealots. That run by doesn't go anywhere. High Templars in the Prism. Classic already starts. The Stargate begins to say it's time to go to the later stages. Cyclone locks on, Prism gets pushed back, couple batteries, Stargates all coming up. Stalker's blink. Medevac gonna take some shots. Back around on the bottom side again. Stargate coming through. Fleet still coming up. And that progress made as a couple of wooden mines will again play cleanup on a lot of these Zealots. Planetary not quite done. Prism's going to come in as well. The Vikings going to be quick onto that Prism though. And it's a Storm Drop too, so these are going to be High Templars that are abandoned. We try and recall. We don't get either of the High Templar out alive. Classic. This is again a little bit devastating, I think. Storms go down. Storms trying to reach a little bit further forward. Archon's still setting up. Super Battery trying to hold on, but Clem just has so much. Classic just not really getting into a great spot this game. The carrier's on the way, but not ready yet. Clem's timing is impeccable. And again, he did not let Classic really find anything across the course of this. Vikings load back up. I will continue to move in and try and fight once again. It's going to be seen now by still pushing up this ramp. We see more reinforcements streaming across. Classic has some carriers now. I'm not sure that's enough to make the difference. Gonna fight through. Archon is going to get grabbed, I think. GG's. Clem is going to take it. So Clem takes a 2-0 here. Vin's in a series.